Hey there, friends. Ever wonder why you might not be sleeping as well as you used to? Well, I've got a story to share that might surprise you. It's about the foods we eat before bed and how they can quietly affect our health, especially as we age. You see, as we get older, our bodies change, and what was once harmless can now pose a risk. So, let's dive into 5 foods that could be sabotaging your sleep and well-being after 60. And stick around till the end, because I'll share some simple swaps that can make a world of difference in your nightly routine. Heavy red meat meals. Now, let's start with something many of us love, a hearty steak dinner. It's comforting, right? But did you know that eating heavy red meat close to bedtime can be tough on your aging body? Here's why. Red meat is rich in saturated fats and proteins, which take a lot of energy and time to digest. For someone in their 70s or 80s whose digestion naturally slows down, this can lead to acid reflux, higher nighttime blood pressure, and even irregular heartbeats. I remember hearing about Robert, a 72-year-old man who enjoyed a late barbecue dinner. Sadly, his heart couldn't handle the high-fat load during sleep, leading to a tragic outcome. So if you crave protein at night, try lighter options like eggs or yogurt. It's not about giving up pleasure, it's about giving your body a chance to rest and recover. Sugary desserts and late-night sweets. Next up, those sweet treats we often reach for after dinner. They might feel like a reward, but for seniors, they can cause a blood sugar roller coaster during sleep. This can lead to night sweats, frequent urination, and disrupted sleep patterns. I once met Carol, a 74-year-old who loved her nightly chocolate fudge, but over time she noticed tingling in her legs and vivid nightmares. Her doctor linked it to her blood sugar fluctuations at night. So instead of sweets, consider fruit earlier in the day or a soothing chamomile tea with cinnamon at night. It's about reclaiming your night, not depriving yourself. Aged cheeses and salty preserved meats. Now let's talk about those indulgent evening snacks like aged cheeses and cured meats. They're tasty, but they're also loaded with tyramine, which can raise your blood pressure and keep you alert when you should be winding down. I heard about Harold, a 78-year-old who enjoyed his nightly cheese and salami, but he started waking up with a racing heart and headaches. Once he cut out those foods at night, his sleep improved dramatically. And let's not forget the high sodium content, which can lead to fluid retention and more bathroom trips. So if you love these foods, try enjoying them earlier in the day. Chocolate and hidden caffeine. Sources. Chocolate might seem harmless, but it contains caffeine and theobromine, which can stimulate your nervous system and interfere with your sleep. As we age, our bodies become more sensitive to these stimulants. I met Ruth, an 82-year-old who used to enjoy dark chocolate and green tea before bed. She noticed more vivid dreams and early morning fatigue until she cut them out. So, if you enjoy chocolate, try having it earlier in the day. And always check your medications for hidden caffeine sources, alcohol, and nighttime sipping habits. Finally, let's talk about that comforting glass of wine or bourbon before bed. While it might help you fall asleep faster, it disrupts the second half of your sleep cycle, preventing you from reaching those deep restorative stages. I heard about Marvin, a 76-year-old who used to sip a hot toddy every night. He couldn't understand why he was waking up feeling groggy and weak until he cut it out. So, if sleep or stability have become issues, consider cutting out alcohol after sunset. It's a simple change that can make a big difference. As we age, our choices matter more than ever. The foods we eat before bed aren't just about taste. They're about how well we rest and how safely we move. Avoiding these 5 common nighttime foods isn't about fear. It's about awareness and giving yourself every advantage to stay strong and independent. Remember, you deserve a life with fewer falls, fewer hospital visits, and more mornings filled with energy. So let's make those small changes in our evening habits and wake up steadier, clearer, and more in control. Thanks for joining me today, and I'd love to hear from you. What's one thing you learned, and how will you use it in your life? Leave a comment below, and let's keep learning and growing together.